literally the first 3 videos I posted, one of them is now on like 14 million views, and from that made
3 months, and then you actually made it.
But I understand as a winning blue. You posted it on your YouTube channel, like for free, and here we are in Dubai.
You have a really crazy story to share. I think we should start with that, then we can go into more deeper.
Okay, so I originally came across Michael with YouTube, and like just watching his stuff before I joined the program or anything, and like I was trying to get into dropshipping. This was like December last year, and I was like watching YouTube videos, trying to find winning products. I had no idea what to do.
Yes, ma'am. No, I mean, you have a crazy story to share.
Complete by chance, I came across this product, and it was this CarPlay product that for older cars, and basically I ordered it to my house, just started making content with it, and literally the first 3 videos I posted, one of them is now on like 14 million views, and from that made, I don't want to say the whole amount, but a crazy amount of money. But the point is, why this story is so like weird and different to like the rest of Michael's students, it's like I had no guidance in this, so then I used the money that I got from that to join Michael's program, and here we are in Dubai. So
yeah, and what I noticed with you is that this one very first product, I don't know if you want to go into the numbers or not, but it made multiple 6 figures.
Yeah,
is it fair to say?
Yeah, it did.
It went crazy without you deserving it, because if you're being honest, you got like,
oh yeah, it was a super massive clip, like.
And the problem with that is you need to be able to replicate it over and over again. You're not going to be able to if you don't do this right. And I saw this when you came in, you had like no clue what you're doing, asking the most beginner questions, everything was wrong.
I took my mum to the charity, and I literally was on the king of you, and they were like, how much have you made? And I said, and you were like, what? Like, it's like,
yeah, because I like you asking questions like a complete beginner, you're like telling me you made like a couple $100K. And the craziest thing was when you started, you didn't understand that you have to test like new products, and you, in your head, it was basically this: all right, I tested this product, it worked. That's it. If I test the next one, it's also going to work.
Yeah.
So I don't really have to rush any.
Yeah, I was like, this is dropshipping, man. Like this is my life, and this is better. This on.
So very first of all, how did it feel in the beginning? Like you're used to, I assume you're like on top of the world. Everything was great.
It was crazy. I mean, there were days where I made like £2,500 profit in like pounds investment. That to me, I didn't know that was possible. Like it was ridiculous. Like I could not believe it. And then obviously it slows down, and it has slowed down now. But it was just crazy. That I remember telling my mom, my friends were like, "What?" Like my mom could not believe it. Like my whole family couldn't believe it. It was weird, bro. It was weird. Like,
and then when we started getting on calls, how did your feeling change?
Well, I quickly realized, because I remember I'll never forget this. There was a call that we had, like as soon as I got back from the Caribbean, and you literally, I got off the call and I was like, bro, I just got shouted at like this big German man. I was like, what the fuck? Like it was such a wake up call. I was like, it quickly made me realize that what I had was like, there was like,
what did it say?
It was just so much shit. Like you were incredibly lucky. I remember one thing you said was people in your position either make a shit ton of money or no money at all. And that, I remember, I will never forget that. I was like that really got in my head, and I was like, oh my god, like, and it's nothing right, yeah.
Well, okay. Well, look, the main thing is, even since I started telling you that, like the amount of time you wasted is absurd. Like, let's be honest here, because when we started getting on the calls, you're like telling me, okay, I did this, and the product is arriving, I'm not there yet, I'm posting like twice a day on this one account, and that's basically it. Again, you right now have almost gotten a skill. Like it's not, I wouldn't even say you properly have the skill. No, I only did it once, but you're close to being at that level.
Yeah,
where you're going to be able to print money forever if you do things right.
With short-form content.
With short-form content. It doesn't really even matter if you do it like what you're doing right now. Even let's say at some point dropshipping dies down, the whole thing is work. Short-form content by itself
always need to sell.
It's not going to go away. Yeah. And you're basically going to be able to provide that value with content. So it doesn't matter who, if I'm talking to the camera right now, I'm making content, and there's so many other people who are doing the same, and you can schedule content for them, you know? So the skill itself is super valuable, and it's not going to go away. But you are like, honestly, it blows my mind on how you're behaving with that skill set, because you're trying to, like, it feels to me like you're actually not trying to make any. Honestly, because how many products did you test since?
Rain.
Yep.
Yep.
And
I bet. Yeah.
What's the time frame? You're doing it full time.
Yeah, I know.
Full time 3 products is nothing.
It's bad, right?
Yes, it is.
I feel like, I don't know, it's a weird thing to go from nothing to so much money without doing anything. Like, I just feel like I'm on cloud 9, you know, almost like I'm at home in the bar, like, you know, but like, I'm in reality, I'm nothing. I haven't earned this, I haven't done anything for it, right? So, like, it starts now, like, in terms of making more money with the skills and yeah, I mean,
Always say are your main struggles? What do you need the most of?
the main thing I struggle with is finding products for sure, like, because bidding products, like, I'm sure I'll be scrolling like TikTok and like I find this and I'll send it to you guys back or whatever, and it'll be like, nah, this is shit, and I'm like, oh, like, how? I feel this is good. So that's probably the main thing that I'm struggling with at the minute.
Yeah.
I feel like my strengths are like content. I'm quite good at the content creation, storytelling needs to be correct, but like the rest of it, I can't really get. I think it's just a product that finding it. Like,
Yeah. And what's the volume of output you can do then?
there was a period I was doing 9 a day videos across 2 phones, but obviously right now in Dubai, I'm waiting on products to be delivered to Dubai.
Why didn't you take me with you?
I didn't have them in the UK. That's going to China, but not a lot right now. Yeah, but like I was doing like 5-6 a day videos before I came out of it, which is not bad.
Well, on top of that, you have a creator, right? Like I gave you the guy who's doing content for you right now. Yeah. So how was that again?
Yeah, Pepe's sick. I mean, from working with Pepe, like, you're naturally going to form like a closer like relationship.
Yeah.
And like I've learned so much from him. He's so good at like content creation. So I've definitely learned a lot from him. He's also in the program as well, but he is super helpful, and like it's good working with him. It's easier, but like it's more when you say to outsource to like content creators, that you need it because you don't have enough time, right? But I have time, so it's like, tell I do it.
Yeah, for sure. But like I feel like in this specific scenario, it actually is good because he's like creating all the content for you, but also guiding you through everything that he does, and you see it, and it makes everything better because you're like so close.
Yeah.
But still, from that, you need to understand how to do this output, like how to do actual volume. Because like right now, Mikey's here, you're going to talk to them, and if you compare what you're doing to what he did, he works like a maniac. You have no idea what he's doing in comparison to every student. He's the top guy, actually. Like he's putting in
terms of output.
In terms of putting in the work.
Oh,
if he doesn't put it, like, even if he right now has like a bunch of creators who are doing things for him, he was scrolling for 8 hours a day, literally, not doing anything else for a month straight. And I, like, right now here, I was with him and I saw how he's scrolling and not doing anything else. I was like, bro, get a VA to do that shit for you, and now you have 8 hours, you know? But still, he was like, he had this mindset of no matter what, he has to work all day, every day, from the morning. He told me how he structures his day. He wakes up at 5, goes to the gym, and starts working after that until he goes to sleep. Wow. It's literally that. He doesn't have a life. He only does this for the last year. He actually puts in the work.
Well, it's paid off.
It is paid off, yes. And even like the amount of money he made, it's actually close to what you did, but actually, maybe a little, like he did it maybe a little bit more, but it's like,
especially recently.
Yeah, but the skill you got is worth way.
Oh,
way,
yeah,
way
yeah,
more. You know, you need to understand that it's like brand value of the store. You're also having skill value of yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So whenever you spend money or spend anything onto you learning, you being better, or spending time, your brand value increases. And it's literally the same thing as selling a dropshipping store for $100K or $1 million. That's the difference, you know? So your skill is the thing which makes you worth more or less, because it's replicated.
To be fair, I think I have invested in, I think that's one thing I've done quite well, reinvesting in my skill.
Yeah.
But it's just like you said, it's just not that. I mean,
it's not there, and like I feel like what you paid for in the program is just getting shit on and making you realize that you need to do more. That's
not get bullied.
Like every single call.
No, but it's good.
It is good.
I'd rather that than you tell me like, oh, I'm doing great. Like you made like money.
I remember in the first call you were shocked that I'm talking like this.
Yeah.
Because you're like not used to it.
I was like, what's going on about? Like I didn't understand. Yeah, I didn't know at the time. Because you started the dropshipping and you're like young, right? I did. Yeah. I started when I was 20, so like, how did you? I watched a few videos like you were in some internship job or something like that, like over the computer. It's like, well, she put it up, it's a good video.
What? That story, the craziest part was that I actually know nothing about any of the online business world. I didn't know anything about anything.
Yeah.
And I was just like
Me, like 4 months ago.
yeah, exactly. Like basically everybody, and I was just online, and I had 8 hours a day in my job where I didn't have to do shit. Like actually, nothing was there as a proper
That's
task.
not bad.
Nothing was there.
Out of the job.
Yeah, it was terrible. Like it was good because I could do whatever I want, but it was really bad. And I remember how I started searching for anything out there which is something else, because it was actually my third internship, and all of them were so bad. I hated every single one of them, and I just genuinely felt like I'm dying inside. I was there sitting in front of the laptop. The one where I didn't have to work, cool, but the other ones where I had to work, I also hated it. I just genuinely didn't like it. And I thought, all right, what else is out there? Started searching on YouTube. I found like really weird things. Like the first business model I actually came across one was buying like a bunch of phones, like playing to use phones, and then watching ads on some games. So you get paid commission from it. Was like really weird stuff. And so yeah, it didn't sound like it, but to me it sounded crazy because it was like it sounded like free money. Yeah, money on that. And then I basically came across dropshipping on YouTube. This one guy had like a series where he had like a 7-day challenge something. Yeah, and I was super naive. I instantly believed it, and I was like, let's do this until it worked. And I did it. Had the first sale ever. Yeah, I called my mother. Was like, I'm not going to university. This is my full-time job, bill. I made less than $50 that day, and probably nothing.
That's the principle there, right?
I understood. I have no idea what I'm doing. Somebody online just bought from me. That's insane. That's actually crazy. Because if you think about it, I have no idea what I'm doing. Means if I do if I wouldn't know what I'm doing, then it would go crazy.
That's the stage that I'm sort of at.
Yeah, right now, exactly. And at some point you're gonna get to this level, because right now what you also have experienced probably is after making more than 20K net after taxes, you can get pretty chug. Like it feels like you already made it.
Bro, I'm already there. Like
that's what I'm saying. That's exactly like if you make more than 20K net, you feel like you made it.
Yeah.
And that means that you can chill now. But it's a very, very counterintuitive thing where you will keep making the 20K because even with you chilling, because it kind of does work, but it crashes after.
Yeah.
Even let's say you would put in no work for 2 months, and then 2 months later you start putting in the work, and then it crashes, and you feel like, what the fuck? Now I'm putting in all the work, but it crashed. Reality is, there's a time delay. You know, every time you put in work, it's gonna take a couple of months until you feel
rewarded.
Exactly.
And then it goes.
Exactly.
Guys, that's sort of the stage I'm at right now. 100 views, but I'm still in that stage. Like my brand name Carl Speed Dickhead faces. He used to tell me, slap me in the face.
I told you we're gonna do some sparring.
Wait, did you ever have a stage like when you wanted to come on, let's say, like where you sort of did feel like you made it, and you were like, oh, well, I'm top now. I can do what I want. Do you ever have that?
I had that. I had that dickhead face as well.
Yeah.
And I went to Barcelona, started working as like a club promoter because I saw this just like I just want to do what's the most fun I can imagine. And the entire business crashed inside of 1.5 months or so.
What? Because no work.
I was not working. I didn't do my profit tracking. I didn't know anything. I was losing like $800 a day on Facebook ads. I didn't know. I thought I profitable. I was spending
I wouldn't do that.
Bro, trust me, you spend. I was spending like 4K a day on ads and making like 8 or 9, and everything was great. But I didn't calculate like a bunch of costs, and it was not profit. So it crashed, and it brought me down to reality. Really, I understood. All right. I'm not on the phase where I have a passive income business at all.
Yeah.
You don't either.
Yeah,
exactly. It's very easy to think that because you are making money passively right now, but it's nothing long term where it's gonna stay for the next couple of years.
Yeah.
And it's like, for me, honestly, what helped was this entire crash. And hopefully you're not gonna experience that. But if you have to artificially actually make that work without experiencing a crash, you need to have a couple of things in place. Number one, it has to track your time. I don't know if probably you're still not doing it. I told you like 25 times. The calendar structure. Like you have to track your time properly.
Yeah.
Have a calendar, and you know in the end of the day before what you're gonna do next day, and then it's very simple to wake up and just do it.
Wake up like, so you wake up at the same time every day.
It doesn't matter when you wake up. You just do it the same. So
Make it work.
yeah, imagine before you go to bed, you need to plan out everything you're gonna do next day. And what you probably experience right now is you start working, but you don't really know what to do. What exactly should I do?
Yes, that's very.
Exactly, and that's very, very common. But the problem is that you don't have a proper to-do list yet. And you need to make sure that in the evening you plan the next day, and in the morning, the first thing you do is step one, which you plan on the to-do list. You know, if you have that in place, everything is going to be easy.
Does it make yourself busy?
Make yourself busy, yes, and make sure that the things which you have on the to-do list are productive and actually are going to make money, which obviously you have to check everywhere else.
Yeah.
And that's why we're constantly telling you, set up calls. You're still not doing it. You're like even Jacob right now. He's like, yeah, it doesn't count. Like you need to talk to everybody.
Yeah.
And especially at your stage, you need to get to that next level where you're constantly are able to go viral with whatever you want. If you take Mikey, more than every second product he tests is a winner. You understand that?
Because he's that good at.
Because his content is on point and his product selection is on point.
So how can you say we had it? But
It's just going to work. Yeah. And that's where you have to get to, but it's only going to happen with a lot of repetition and you waking up, having a to-do list in place and then doing all the work. It's not going to happen if you don't. I think the main thing you actually have to work on is just being productive. That's honestly, it's one of those weird instances where that is actually the thing. Because for most people, it's not. For most people, it's like very, very specific things they need to do and they just do it, but they don't know what. But for you, it's actually just putting in more work than you do right now. It's actually just...
That's why I think so unique there, because people to reach the sort of results that I have, it's like it takes months of work. So by the time you're there, you're already on autopilot, honest. But for me, it's like, I'm a bunny man. And it's like, it's more, why am I made this? Like, why am I not successful? Like, what do I do? So because I don't know how to handle it, but the people who have like, I say grinded for it already know. So it's so unique. It's so like backwards.
How long did it take you to actually think on it?
Well, I was half-assing and looking into it like August last year, and then I stopped. So I was so lazy and like conveyed to this with like my life. And then I was selling like, the air fresheners? Yeah. That light up like such bad, but like, I thought that was good. I also tested the Grip Buddy, like that, the forearm thing. I tested that as well. And the carpet was the third one, but all in all, it was like 3 months. So from like December, and then I made my first sale of carpet on the 28th of March.
So 3 months, and then you actually made it. Like you made a shit, like you made multiple 6 figures and over 6 figures in profit.
Yeah.
Which is mental.
Yeah, it's not right.
It's actually not right. It's you and Andy, the 16-year-old kid, both of you guys.
They get bullied in the program.
Yes, but they're like rightfully so. With Andy, it was a little bit better because he actually had like half the year where he was actually trying and everything was like, he had already a bunch of viral videos. So he kind of knew how to go viral with this.
Actually, I should mention, I did do this, I did like these stamps, like it's a name stamp. I got like 15 million views on my account.
Recently?
That? No, this was that was the third product that I tested. So it was the hand grip, whatever else I said, and the stamps. And I got like 50 million views, but then I stopped for ages. And then this part went and yes, I did get views as well. I got millions.
Well, that video? There was one video on 250 million views.
It was a 9 million view video, frequent 7. I was looking the other day, and like, and
that was just not converting.
Oh, that was sad. I got like off that 9 mil video, I got like $300 to
The crazy thing about your product was just like, it's so high converting. It's insane. It's crazy. Probably one of the top products out there ever.
It's sick.
Yeah, it's insane.
And I didn't know that at the time. I was like, this is dropshipping. It's literally like, I was speaking to Pepe about this last night. He was telling me about the views to sale ratio. And he was like, anything like 3K coming out is good. Like, can't believe it was man. I was like, how much was it? I wouldn't know. Like, growing away. Well, I don't want to say,
Sure.
But I know what that 14 million video made and how much it made. And it was like, the point is, I got incredibly lucky and I don't deserve any of the money and I'm a dickhead. No, I'm joking. But yeah, it's crazy.
No, I mean, I think it is good. And I honestly think that it's really good that You understand that. That's
Yeah, no, I'm very real with myself, and I do appreciate the real with me because I'd much rather that than like really tell me. And I don't think that's like social behavior. So I would say.
How was your experience overall? Like, what was?
Everything is so structured, so they have like a team for everything, and it's just unless you're like the 1% lucky like I was. I'm telling you right now, there is absolutely no way you're going to make money with dropshipping unless you have a mentor. Might not be here, but if you jealous that you a mentor, like that's one thing I haven't, and especially in the last few months when obviously my products died down, I've been like, without you guys, I don't know what to do. No, I'm depressed. I have nothing to work toward. I don't know what to do. So a mentor is absolutely essential. I'm not decided like it's very essential.
Yeah. Well, how did it come across me?
YouTube.
So, why did you specifically decide to rotate it?
It's a good question. I don't know. It is. This guy was just always on my YouTube, like just constantly saying like, at the end of the video, it was like, I actually have a one-on-one mentorship, and I was like,
did it come up with a thing?
Yeah, honestly, it was just always in my face, and I was like, you know what, I'll try it. But then, like, we so worth it. I was saving up in my 9 to 5. I used to drive for Amazon. I was saving up to do it.
Yeah. So, as you said, for everybody watching right now, if you're actually interested in joining, click the link below and sign up for a call. Because genuinely, if you right now have no clue what you're doing, and you're doing dropshipping, you're going to be lost. It's just the reality. And at the end of the day, it's funny here where we're talking about it, but honestly, every single person who actually joined and started to make money, they all realized how that single decision basically made the whole thing skyrocket. Because the main thing is just identifying what the problems are. And you don't know what the problem is, if it's your product, if it's your videos, if it's your store. There's so many things out there which could be the issue, but you just need to identify what it actually is. All right, so if you're actually interested, click the link below and I will talk to you very soon.
But there's always a winning link. You posted it on your YouTube channel, like, for free, didn't you? That's something.
Yeah, that's all free to me.
No, but like, but I understand there's a winning loop, and it's like, and then you do this blooper, you have you guys to like guide you through it, right? And if you're gonna put in X in, you're gonna get Y out. Like, can't fail to have the blueprint and the mentorship. Yep, that's all I've had.
Yep, it's all 100%. That was good, bro.